The early morning sun cast a pale gold over Gotham, but beneath the surface, darkness brewed. On the outskirts of the city, the abandoned Wayne Industries research complex stood like a fortress of forgotten science, its broken windows reflecting fractured rays of light. Once a hub of innovation, it now hid secrets humanity was never meant to uncover. Deep within the complex, a hidden containment chamber pulsed with emerald green light, illuminating a figure lying suspended in a state of stasis. The figure was Superman, but not the man the world once knew. His body was transformed, alien in every way. Emerald veins crawled beneath his skin, alien scales glimmered in patches across his arms and chest, and glowing runes etched themselves into his torso. Wings, partially translucent and faintly luminescent, rested folded along his back. Even in stasis, he radiated energy, a power that could reshape the planet itself. Watching over him was Batman, his armor upgraded beyond anything the world had seen. Black and emerald plating shimmered under the containment chamber's light, alien energy pulsing along the seams. Gauntlets hummed, scanning Superman's alien physiology, recording every pulse, every heartbeat, every flicker of energy. This is the only way to save him, Batman thought, and the only way to save Gotham. He had discovered the truth too late. The Serpent God, an ancient alien with a humanoid snake hybrid form, had found Superman first. This being was not of Earth. Its scales shimmered like molten metal, its fangs dripped cosmic venom, and its eyes burned with intelligence older than humanity itself. The Serpent God sought to bend Superman to his will, transforming the last son of Earth into a weapon capable of conquering worlds. The lab's monitors flickered, warning signs flashing red. The rift above the containment chamber pulsed violently, and a low hiss echoed through the room. "You thought you could hide him," a voice hissed, dripping with malice. The Serpent God had arrived. The massive creature hovered above the chamber, emerald energy flowing from its body in waves, illuminating the shattered lab. He is mine to command. He will bring the galaxy to its knees. Batman's jaw tightened. His mind raced, calculating probabilities, contingencies, and escape routes. He had faced countless threats before, but this was unlike anything. This was cosmic evil incarnate, a being whose intelligence and power far surpassed anything on Earth. "Not while I'm here," Batman growled, activating his gauntlets. Streams of alien energy coalesced around his fists, forming protective barriers designed to withstand the Serpent God's attacks. The rift above the chamber flared, and a beam of emerald light struck the containment tube. Superman's body convulsed violently, the alien energy surging beyond control. Wings unfurled in a sudden burst, tearing through the containment chamber as he awakened. His alien eyes flared bright green, scanning the lab, focusing on both Batman and the Serpent God. "Clark, stay with me," Batman thought, extending a gauntlet toward him. But the Serpent God's influence was already creeping into Superman's mind. Alien whispers coiled around his consciousness like serpents, feeding on fear and rage. Superman's fists glowed with uncontrollable power, energy erupting in pulses that shattered the lab's walls. Batman rolled to avoid the first blast, the shockwave sending shards of concrete and alien crystal flying. He fired a concentrated alien plasma bolt from his gauntlet, striking Superman's side, but not to harm him. The bolt carried a stabilizing signal, designed to ground Superman's alien energy long enough for him to regain control. Superman's alien form recoiled, wings thrashing, emerald energy crackling dangerously. His voice, altered and alien yet faintly Clark's, hissed through clenched teeth. "Batman, I can't. Focus. Remember who you are, Clark. Not what they want you to be," Batman shouted, firing another pulse of controlled energy. The Serpent God laughed, a sound like grinding stone and hissing snakes. "You are weak, mortal. He belongs to me. Soon, he will serve my will, and through him, the galaxy will bow." But Superman hesitated. In the briefest flicker, his blue human eyes emerged through the alien glow. Batman saw it. That small spark, the humanity, the hero, was still alive. "Then we have a chance," Batman thought. With a surge of effort, Superman pushed back against the alien influence, his fists firing concentrated emerald blasts that struck the Serpent God's energy shield. The alien being recoiled, surprised. It had underestimated the hybrid hero's will. Batman moved quickly, leaping onto a crumbling console to reach Superman. He extended a gauntlet hand, syncing it with Superman's alien energy. Streams of emerald light entwined, creating a temporary bond between them. Through the link, Batman transmitted a stabilizing sequence, a combination of alien tech and Kryptonian biology that would help Superman regain focus. The Serpent God hissed, striking the floor with its massive tail. The shockwave sent both heroes flying, but Batman landed with precision, firing a pulse to stabilize Superman midair. "Clark, you have to fight him," Batman shouted, rolling toward cover. Superman's alien form glowed brighter, the emerald veins pulsing with raw energy. He lunged at the Serpent God, wings extended, fists blazing. Every strike sent shards of alien crystal scattering across the ruined lab. The Serpent God countered, venomous energy lashing out, fangs snapping dangerously close. The chamber shook violently, ancient machinery collapsing under the combined force of alien energy and superhuman blows. Batman ducked under a sweeping strike, calculating the trajectory of the next attack. With a sudden leap, he activated a containment net of alien Kryptonian tech, wrapping around Superman. The net stabilized his energy just enough to prevent total collapse, but left him vulnerable to the Serpent God's next move. "No!" Batman hissed. The Serpent God struck with blinding speed, tail smashing through the floor where Superman had been. But Superman reacted. Despite the alien influence, the core of his heroism, his loyalty, his courage, his humanity pushed him through. He unleashed a concentrated emerald energy wave that struck the Serpent God squarely in the chest, sending it reeling. Batman ran forward, placing a stabilizing device on Superman's chest. Energy flowed through it, anchoring his alien physiology while granting him the clarity to focus on the fight. This is it, Batman thought. If he loses control, the Serpent God wins. If he fights, we might survive. Superman's alien form roared, emerald energy flaring outward in a pulse that threw back the Serpent God. The alien's hiss turned to a growl. "You resist human weakness." Batman's voice cut through the chaos. "You are stronger than he thinks, Clark. Be the hero, even in this form. Be yourself." For a moment, Superman paused. His eyes flickered between alien green and human blue. The Serpent God lunged for another strike, but Superman was ready. He fired a concentrated blast, emerald and blue energy combining, striking the Serpent God with blinding force. The chamber exploded in light, scattering shards of alien crystal in every direction. When the glow faded, the Serpent God had retreated, wounded but not defeated. Superman hovered, chest heaving, wings folding slowly. He was still alien. The transformation was permanent, but he had control. For now, Batman landed beside him, armor scorched but intact. "You did it," he said, voice low but proud. Superman's alien eyes met his. "We did it," he said. His voice was calm, steady, full of alien resonance, but the faint blue of Clark remained. "But he'll return. And next time," Batman nodded. "Then we'll be ready. Together." The city outside remained unaware of the cosmic war that had just begun. But one thing was certain. Gotham had its heroes, even in alien form, and the Serpent God's plans had been delayed for now. The lab lay in ruins, emerald light flickering, shadows dancing across broken walls. Batman activated the containment systems, stabilizing Superman's alien energy. "We've survived the first wave," he thought. But the war is just beginning. The sky above Gotham shimmered faintly green, a reminder that the rift was still open, that the Serpent God was still out there, and that the battle for the soul of the alien Superman had only just begun. Batman's eyes hardened. He had a plan and a hero to save. Even if the world could not understand the cost, Even if Superman would never be human again, they would fight. The salvation of the alien Superman is my mission, and I will not fail. The pursuit. Gotham's skyline was a battlefield. The once familiar city streets were now torn open by alien energy surges from Superman's uncontrolled powers. Cars were overturned, lampposts twisted into jagged metal, and shards of alien crystal littered every street. Citizens had fled hours ago, leaving only echoes of chaos behind. The Serpent God had vanished into the rift, taking with him knowledge of Superman's new alien physiology. But Batman knew it was not retreat, it was preparation. Somewhere, above the clouds and beyond the city, the Serpent God was plotting his next move. Batman leapt from rooftop to rooftop, his alien-adapted gauntlet propelling him through the air with controlled bursts of energy. His eyes, behind the armored visor, scanned constantly for movement, for energy signatures, for anything that indicated where the Serpent God might strike next. Below him, Superman struggled with his alien instincts. His emerald veins pulsed violently, wings thrashing against the invisible restraints of his own alien metabolism. He had control, yes, but only for moments. The Serpent God's influence lingered like a shadow in his mind, whispering, tempting, urging him to release the full force of his alien power. "Clark," Batman shouted from above. "Focus. You have to stay with me." Superman's alien eyes flickered blue briefly, a sign that his human core was still alive. He clenched his fists, energy erupting from his hands, sending a shockwave that threw debris across several blocks. The Serpent God's laughter echoed through the sky, amplified unnaturally. From the distant clouds, a massive green rift opened, spilling serpentine hybrid soldiers into the city. Their bodies were a grotesque blend of alien muscle and human DNA, fangs dripping venom, eyes glowing maliciously. Batman immediately engaged. His gauntlets emitted concentrated alien plasma pulses, vaporizing the first wave of hybrids mid-flight. He ducked under a serpentine strike, rolled through the rubble, and launched himself at a hovering soldier, slicing through its armored scales with alien-forged claws. Superman, despite his internal struggle, unleashed controlled blasts of emerald energy, tearing through the hybrids in a display of raw alien power. Each strike was precise yet devastating, a perfect balance between hero and alien force. He's learning to fight without losing control, Batman thought, watching carefully. The battle escalated as the hybrids multiplied. The Serpent God had clearly anticipated their resistance. From the rift, enormous serpentine creatures descended, beasts the size of buildings, wings rippling with energy, scales glimmering in deadly emerald. Each one struck with the precision of a predator that had studied Superman's alien abilities. Batman and Superman moved in tandem, their synergy growing. Batman predicted the creatures' movements, dodging and striking with surgical precision, while Superman unleashed waves of energy to disrupt the Serpent God's control over his mind. But the cost was clear. Each blast drained Superman's energy, feeding the alien transformations deeper into his physiology. Batman, Superman's voice was strained, both alien and human in timbre. I can feel it controlling me more, faster. Then fight it, Batman replied sharply, firing a concentrated pulse that temporarily severed the psychic link feeding into the hybrids. Remember who you are? You're still Clark, still the hero. Superman's wings flared, pulling him high into the sky. He drew a deep breath, forcing his alien instincts to yield to his human heroism. With a massive surge, he released a controlled, concentrated emerald energy blast toward the rift. The energy hit the hybrids mid-flight, disintegrating them into fragments of alien crystal. The Serpent God screamed, a sound like grinding metal and hissing snakes from within the rift. The alien's tentacles of influence recoiled as Superman's energy disrupted the psychic bond he had over the hybrids. He's resisting, Batman noted, crouched atop a shattered rooftop. But the Serpent God isn't done. He never is. Suddenly, a massive energy spike erupted from the rift. The ground shook violently, throwing Batman off balance. He tumbled, barely stabilizing himself with his gauntlets. From the sky, a serpentine dragon-like hybrid surged down at Superman, fangs glowing with energy designed to pierce alien skin. Superman reacted instinctively. His emerald energy flared, wings propelling him at incredible speed. He collided with the beast midair, each strike sending shockwaves through the surrounding cityscape. Buildings trembled as if in fear, glass shattering into millions of fragments. Batman calculated rapidly. The creature was strong, but predictable. With a series of energy pulses from his gauntlets, he created a disruptive field, destabilizing the beast's molecular cohesion. Superman seized the moment, delivering a concentrated strike into the beast's chest. The alien hybrid screeched, disintegrating in a cascade of green light. The Serpent God's laughter echoed again, more mocking than before. Clever mortal. But the war has only begun. Then we prepare, Batman thought. We cannot wait for him to strike next. We must follow him to the source. He turned towards Superman. We need to chase him. The rift is our only clue to where he's hiding. Superman nodded, emerald energy flaring across his veins. I can still fight, but he's stronger than I imagined. And I fear what I might become if I lose control again. Batman approached, placing a reassuring hand on his friend's alien arm. Then you won't lose control. Not while I'm with you. We finish this together. That's how we win. From the sky above, the rift pulsed violently, an ominous green light stretching across the clouds. It was a gateway, a path leading to the Serpent God's lair, somewhere beyond Earth. Batman activated his alien tech grappling system, launching himself toward the energy rift. Superman followed, wings spread, energy flaring as they ascended together. Below them, Gotham lay in ruins, but the city was safe for now. The battle had shown the Serpent God that Superman's alien form was not a weapon under his control, but a hero resisting domination. Above the clouds, the alien rift twisted into a towering structure of green energy, spiraling like a living serpent reaching into the sky. It pulsed with an unnatural rhythm, almost like a heartbeat. From its peak, tendrils of alien energy stretched across the horizon, reaching into the atmosphere like fingers trying to grasp the world. Batman and Superman hovered at its base, studying the structure. This is it, Batman said. This is where he's building his army, his influence. And this is where we end it, or die trying. Superman's alien eyes glowed brighter, a mix of fear, anger, and determination. I won't let him control me. I can't. And I won't let him enslave the world. Batman nodded. Then we fight. And we fight smart. The green rift pulsed violently, as if sensing their resolve. Somewhere deep inside, the Serpent God prepared, calculating, plotting, waiting for the moment to strike. But Batman and Superman were ready. Together, even in his alien form, Superman had control. Together, they were unstoppable. And thus began the pursuit across the skies and beyond, a battle not just for Earth, but for the soul of the last son of Earth, now transformed into something alien, powerful, and unbreakable. The chase was on. The war had truly begun. The heart of the Serpent God. The alien rift stretched endlessly into the sky, a spiraling tower of green energy reaching far above the clouds. It pulsed like a heartbeat, radiating a dangerous resonance that sent tremors across Gotham's ruined cityscape below. Batman and Superman hovered at the base, eyes fixed on the alien structure. For Superman, every pulse of energy reminded him of the Serpent God's lingering control, his alien instincts struggling to respond to the whispers in his mind. This is it, Batman thought. The heart of the Serpent God, the source of his power. He had seen battles before, crises that threatened cities, nations, even the planet. But nothing had prepared him for this. A war waged not just in physical space, but in the mind and soul of the last son of Earth, now transformed into an alien hybrid. Superman's emerald green veins pulsed with energy, his alien wings flexing involuntarily. Batman, I can feel him. He's everywhere. In the walls, in the air, inside me. Batman adjusted his gauntlets, energy spikes arcing across the surfaces. Then we have to move carefully. One misstep, one surge of his influence, and you could lose control completely. That's what he wants. They entered the rift. The air shimmered, vibrating with energy so intense it made their teeth chatter. The interior of the structure was a living organism. Walls rippled like scales, pulsating with alien light, veins of energy coursing through the corridors like arteries. At the center, a massive chamber opened, a cathedral-like hall carved from alien crystal, suspended in mid-air, glowing with a spectrum of green, blue, and black energy. At the chamber's core floated the Serpent God, colossal and menacing. Its snake-human form towered above them, jagged scales glimmering like molten emeralds, eyes burning with malice and intelligence older than Earth itself. In one clawed hand, it held an orb of pulsating energy, the psychic core that had partially enslaved Superman. "Welcome, mortals," the Serpent God hissed, voice reverberating through the chamber. "You come to challenge eternity itself?" Superman's alien eyes narrowed, but the blue flicker of Clark remained, anchoring him to his humanity. Batman stepped forward, armored gauntlets glowing, alien energy pulsing around his fists. "We're here to stop you, no matter what it takes." The Serpent God's laugh was a storm of scales and venom. "Stop me? You cannot even understand me. He will join me willingly, and then the galaxy will kneel. Your friend, your Kryptonian, is already mine. He will not resist for long." Superman roared, emerald energy surging outward, sending shockwaves through the chamber. The Serpent God recoiled, momentarily stunned by the resistance. "We can do this," Batman thought, activating his alien tech gauntlets. "We can break his control over him." The chamber became a war zone in an instant. Serpent God's minions, snake-human hybrids with scales glistening in alien light, emerged from the walls, slithering and striking with lethal precision. Batman moved like a shadow, cutting through enemies with alien-forged claws, firing pulses of concentrated energy to disable their neural pathways. Superman's alien form became a blur of green energy. He struck with wings extended, fists blazing emerald, pushing back the minions with each pulse. Every strike was calculated, precise. He had learned to channel his alien power without losing control. The Serpent God raised its claws, emitting psychic waves that assaulted Superman's mind. Whispers coiled inside his consciousness, urging rage, submission, and destruction. The alien whispers were nearly irresistible, a siren call from the darkness within his hybrid form. Batman noticed the strain in Superman's posture. "Clark, focus on me. Focus on who you are," he shouted, firing a stabilizing pulse from his gauntlets. The energy struck Superman, anchoring his alien mind and pushing back the psychic influence of the Serpent God. Superman's emerald eyes flared brighter, pushing past the whispers. With a roar, he struck the ground with overwhelming force. The chamber trembled, alien crystal walls cracking under the pressure. The Serpent God staggered, a hiss of frustration echoing across the hall. "You cannot resist me forever," it spat. "Your alien body belongs to me, and soon your mind will follow." Batman ran along a ramp of alien crystal, using grappling lines to swing above the battlefield. He analyzed the Serpent God's movements, noting the timing of psychic surges and the pulse rhythm of the energy orb. "We hit the core," he yelled. "Destroy the orb, and we cut his influence over Superman." Superman understood instantly. Channeling his alien energy, he launched himself toward the orb, emerald glow blazing, wings slicing through the air. The Serpent God struck at him, claws clashing against his energy, sending a burst of light that illuminated the entire chamber. Batman followed, firing a precision pulse at the orb, destabilizing it. Sparks of alien energy erupted, sending waves of force that weakened the Serpent God's control. The psychic whispers faltered, and Superman's mind cleared. The blue of Clark's humanity shone through the green alien glow. Now, Batman thought, we end this. Superman unleashed a concentrated emerald energy, strike directly into the orb, shattering it. The Serpent God screamed, energy rippling outward, shaking the chamber violently. Minions fell, disintegrating into shards of alien crystal. The Serpent God lashed out in rage, but without the orb's power, it was vulnerable. Batman leapt, striking at weak points in the Serpent God's armor with alien forged blades. Each strike sent shards flying, each blow weakening the colossal being further. Superman hovered above, energy flaring, ready to finish the fight. The Serpent God reeled back, massive claws swinging. This cannot be, it hissed, eyes wide with fury. It is, Batman said. You underestimated what it means to fight for someone else. You underestimated hope. Superman struck with both fists, emerald energy merging with his will, and hit the Serpent God squarely in the chest. The chamber erupted in blinding light. The alien energy orb shattered completely, and the psychic link severed. The Serpent God roared, staggering backward, its influence over Superman gone. For the first time, it looked vulnerable, exposed, and human-like fear flickered in its alien eyes. Batman landed beside Superman, breathing heavily but steady. It's over for now. Superman hovered, wings folding, emerald glow fading slightly. He's not finished, he said. He'll recover. He'll come back stronger. And next time, I may not be enough. Batman placed a hand on his shoulder. Then we prepare. We'll face him together. You're not alone, Clark. Not now, not ever. Outside, the alien rift began to collapse, swirling violently before disappearing completely. The city remained in ruins, but the immediate threat was gone. The battle was won, yet the war was far from over. Superman's alien form still pulsed with energy, wings twitching nervously. I can't undo what's been done. I'll always be this now, he said, voice calm but tinged with alien resonance. And that's fine, Batman replied, because together we'll use it. We'll use it to protect Earth, and we'll be ready for him, no matter what comes next. Above the ruined skyline of Gotham, the sun pierced through broken clouds, casting golden light over the two heroes. For now, victory belonged to them. But in the shadows of the cosmos, the Serpent God plotted, preparing for the next encounter, knowing that the fight for the alien Superman's soul was far from over. The war had entered a new phase, a war across mind, body, and galaxy. Batman and Superman hovered above the ruined city, silent but resolute. They had survived this battle, but the real war was only beginning. The heart of the Serpent God has been challenged, but it will strike back. And when it does, we'll be ready. Siege of Earth. The skies above Earth were a war zone. Alien energy rifts tore across the horizon, casting an eerie green glow over cities trembling beneath their shadow. The Serpent God, enraged by the destruction of his psychic core, had rallied his hybrid snake-human army and unleashed them upon the planet. Each city fell into chaos, humans fleeing, while skyscrapers twisted under the alien energy's pressure. Above the ruined streets of Gotham, Batman hovered, his black and emerald alien-adapted armor glinting in the pale light. Every muscle, every piece of tech, every pulse of alien energy in his gauntlets was ready for the onslaught. Beside him, Superman, in his original alien form, wings partially extended, eyes glowing emerald, hovered like a sentinel. His body radiated raw alien power, each pulse of energy harmonizing with the planet's fragile atmosphere. This isn't just a fight, Batman said, scanning the skies. It's a siege. If we fail here, he won't stop with Earth. Superman's alien voice resonated, both human and otherworldly. I feel it, all of it. The energy surging through him, the corruption he spreads. I can't allow it. Without warning, the Serpent God descended from a massive green rift above, a wave of minions following him like a storm of serpents. His enormous form stretched across the skyline, fangs dripping with cosmic venom, claws ready to tear through anything in his path. The hybrid army struck first. Snake-human soldiers lunged from the rift, fangs snapping, claws raking through the shattered streets. Batman reacted instantly, swinging from rooftop to rooftop, firing concentrated alien energy pulses from his gauntlets. Each shot disintegrated enemies in bursts of emerald light. Superman unleashed controlled energy blasts, wings flaring to maintain agility in the dense battlefield. He struck multiple hybrids at once, sending waves of emerald force through the streets. Buildings shook, glass shattered, and shards of alien crystal erupted from the ground, reflecting the chaotic green light. The city is a battlefield, and we are its last line of defense, Batman thought. The Serpent God moved closer, and the sheer scale of his power became evident. Each step caused tremors. Each swing of his claws sent shockwaves, uprooting vehicles and tearing streets apart. He roared, a sound that seemed to vibrate through reality itself. "You cannot stop me," the Serpent God hissed. "Your alien friend is mine to command. Your resistance is futile." Superman's emerald eyes blazed brighter, veins pulsing with alien energy. "He will never control me," he roared, firing a massive wave of energy directly at the Serpent God. The attack collided with the alien's shield, sending ripples across the battlefield. Batman's mind raced. He calculated trajectories, enemy movements, and energy dispersal patterns simultaneously. With a nod to Superman, he activated a synchronized attack protocol. Gauntlets flared with emerald pulses, projecting controlled energy beams to destabilize the Serpent God's force field, while Superman's strikes hit precisely at the weak points Batman had identified. The Serpent God screamed in fury, thrashing his massive tail and sending shockwaves that threw both heroes off balance. Hybrid soldiers pressed the advantage, swarming from every direction. But Batman's tactical genius and Superman's raw alien power created a perfect synergy. Together, they dismantled wave after wave of enemies. Despite the chaos, Batman remained calm. "Clark, focus on the weak points. He's relying on brute force and terror. Predictable. Exploit it." Superman pivoted, channeling energy into a concentrated strike at the Serpent God's chest. Emerald light flared, casting shadows across the city. The alien creature roared, staggering backward, its shield faltering. "We're gaining ground," Batman thought, assessing the battlefield. "But he's stronger than we anticipated. We need an ending move, something decisive." Above, the green rift pulsated violently. The Serpent God raised his arms, drawing power directly from the rift. Alien energy spiraled into him, intensifying his strength, feeding his rage. "Enough!" Superman shouted, wings beating, energy flaring to maximum. "This ends now." Batman fired a sequence of stabilizing pulses, anchoring Superman's alien energy. Together, they launched a combined assault, Batman projecting energy barriers and focused attacks to limit movement, while Superman fired waves of concentrated alien energy. The Serpent God howled, unable to withstand the synchronized assault. Every strike tore at his armor. Every pulse disrupted his control over the hybrids. Realizing he could not win by brute force alone, he prepared a desperate maneuver. A concentrated energy blast aimed at destabilizing the Earth's atmosphere. A weapon that could obliterate the planet in minutes. "No, not while we're here," Batman thought, eyes narrowing. With precision, Batman launched himself through the blast trajectory, using alien tech grappling lines to reach the core of the Serpent God's energy output. Superman followed, wings fully extended, concentrating his energy to neutralize the destructive beam. The collision of forces was catastrophic. Emerald energy and alien power clashed in a blinding explosion, shaking the entire city. Waves of force swept across the streets, throwing debris into the air. Yet, within the epicenter, Batman and Superman remained focused, their combined will overpowering the Serpent God's attempt. With one final strike, Superman fired a concentrated emerald blast directly into the Serpent God's chest, while Batman delivered a precise energy pulse to the same point. The alien creature screamed, staggering backward as the rift began to collapse. Hybrid minions disintegrated in the resulting energy shockwave, and the Serpent God's massive form began to shrink, forced into retreat by the combined might of Batman and Superman. The alien rift imploded, sending a green pulse across the sky before finally vanishing. Silence returned. Gotham lay in ruins, but the city still stood. The immediate threat had been neutralized. Superman hovered, wings folding, emerald glow dimming. Batman landed beside him, armor scorched, gauntlets sparking. "We did it, for now," Batman said, scanning the horizon. "But he's out there, and he'll come back." Superman's alien eyes glowed faintly, a mix of human blue flickering through. I will be ready. Even in this form, I will protect this planet." Batman placed a hand on his shoulder. "And I'll be with you. Always." Above, the skyline shimmered in the fading sunlight, twisted by the alien energy and chaos. Gotham was battered, but its defenders had prevailed. Yet, the war for the alien Superman's soul and Earth's safety was far from over. The Serpent God had been thwarted, but not destroyed. Somewhere, in the shadows of space and reality, he was plotting, gathering strength, preparing for the next siege. Batman looked to Superman. "We need a plan. He won't stop. Next time, it will be bigger, faster, stronger." Superman nodded, wings flexing. "Then we prepare. Together." As the two heroes disappeared into the sky, leaving the shattered streets below, a chilling thought lingered in the air. The war for Earth and the soul of the alien Superman had only just entered its deadliest phase. And somewhere in the cosmos, the Serpent God watched, calculating, waiting, plotting the ultimate strike. The final confrontation. The void of space stretched endlessly, dotted with stars that seemed oblivious to the battle unfolding near Earth. Floating above the planet, the remnants of the alien rift coalesced into a massive orbital fortress, pulsating with emerald energy and flickering with serpentine runes. This was the Serpent God's final stronghold, a structure built not only of alien crystal, but of twisted energies drawn from the rift itself. Batman and Superman hovered at the edge of the fortress, their armor and alien forms glowing under the eerie green light. Superman's emerald wings were fully extended, each beat slicing the vacuum with precision. His alien body radiated incredible power, but even he could feel the pull of the Serpent God's lingering influence. Batman's armor gleamed with alien tech enhancements, energy pulsating along his gauntlets and chest plate, his eyes scanning every structure for weaknesses. "This ends now," Batman said, voice calm but filled with unyielding determination. Superman's alien eyes flared brighter, a mix of human blue and alien green. "I will not allow him to control me or this world." The Serpent God emerged, descending from the fortress like a storm. Its massive form shimmered with emerald and black scales, wings rippling with raw energy. In its claws, the psychic core orb pulsed violently, its energy feeding directly into the alien Superman's suppressed instincts. Around the Serpent God, an army of hybrid snake-human soldiers formed a vortex, circling as if waiting for a command that would crush the planet. "There is no turning back now," Batman thought. "This is everything. Earth, Superman, the galaxy." The Serpent God hissed, his voice reverberating across space. "You dare confront me? You cannot hope to survive my power. Your alien friend belongs to me. His mind will bow, and then the galaxy will kneel." Superman's alien form flared violently, emerald energy arcing along his veins, wings beating with unmatched speed. "I am my own," he roared, unleashing a concentrated blast at the Serpent God's vanguard. The attack disintegrated several hybrids instantly, but the Serpent God remained, laughing, his energy shield absorbing the impact. Batman activated synchronized energy systems across his armor, firing precision-guided plasma strikes at the fortress and the Serpent God's weak points. Every pulse destabilized the alien constructs around the Serpent God, but the true challenge remained, destroying the psychic core orb without harming Superman. He is the key, Batman realized. One wrong move, and Clark is lost forever. The two heroes moved in perfect harmony. Superman's alien strength collided with Batman's tactical precision. He struck with wings extended, emerald energy tearing through hybrid soldiers, while Batman's calculated assaults created openings in the Serpent God's defenses. Suddenly, the Serpent God unleashed a wave of psychic energy, directly targeting Superman's mind. The alien whispers returned, louder, more insidious. They coiled through his consciousness, pushing him to release his full alien power and obey the Serpent God. Superman faltered, wings twitching, eyes flickering. "Clark, fight it!" Batman shouted, firing a stabilizing pulse from his gauntlet. The energy hit Superman, grounding his mind long enough to resist. Superman roared, emerald energy exploding outward in a brilliant flare. He surged toward the fortress's core, wings slicing the alien air, striking at the psychic orb. Batman followed, grappling through shards of floating alien crystal, dodging energy blasts and serpentine minions. Inside the fortress's core chamber, the Serpent God awaited, the psychic orb now pulsing violently, almost sentient. "You cannot defeat me," it hissed. "He will join me, or he will die." Superman's alien aura flared. "I am not yours." With a massive beat of his wings, he surged forward, striking the orb with a concentrated blast of emerald energy. Batman struck simultaneously with alien-forged blades and gauntlet pulses, targeting the orb structure. The orb shattered, sending a wave of psychic energy cascading outward. The Serpent God screamed, claws flailing, as the wave struck him directly. His hybrid minions disintegrated instantly, screaming in alien agony. The fortress began to collapse, the energy sustaining it fracturing into floating shards. Superman hovered, wings flaring, chest heaving. The blue of Clark's humanity shone brightly, though the emerald alien glow still remained, permanent now. "You see," Batman said, landing beside him, armor scorched but intact. "Even as an alien, you are still Clark. You are still a hero." The Serpent God staggered, weakened but not destroyed. Its massive wings faltered, scales cracking, energy flickering erratically. It hissed, retreating toward a fragment of the collapsing fortress. "This is not over." Batman's eyes narrowed. "Let him run. He's done for now, but we'll be ready when he returns." Superman's wings flexed, emerald glow pulsing gently. "I'll always fight," he said, voice a mix of alien resonance and human determination. "Even like this, I will protect Earth and myself." Together, they watched as the Serpent God fled into the void, the remnants of his fortress collapsing behind him. Gotham, though battered and scarred, was safe. The battle was over. The war had reached its climax, and for the first time, victory felt absolute. But victory comes at a price, Batman thought. Clark will never be the same, and the Serpent God will return, stronger, smarter, deadlier. Superman hovered beside him, wings folding slowly. "I accept what I've become," he said. "I will never return to being fully human, but I can still be a hero. That is what matters." Batman placed a hand on Superman's alien shoulder. "Then we rebuild. We train. We prepare. The galaxy may not know peace, but Earth has its guardians. Alien, human, or both." The stars above shimmered, silent witnesses to the epic struggle. Somewhere far beyond, the Serpent God plotted, nursing his wounds, planning his revenge. But for now, Earth had its defenders. Alien Superman and Alien Knight Batman, the last line of defense against cosmic terror. As they flew back toward the atmosphere, the sun rose over Gotham, casting golden light across the ruined but surviving city. Hope, fragile yet unbroken, radiated from the two heroes. They were changed, stronger, eternal in their alien forms, bound not just by friendship but by the fate of worlds. And somewhere in the cosmos, the Serpent God knew the fight was far from over. But for now, Earth had won. The alien Superman was saved, his humanity preserved within his new form. And together with Batman, he would face whatever cosmic horrors the universe dared to send next.